returned to the forest to find Chingachgook, unaware the Hurons had carried off the daughter of the Delaware chief. Chingachgook and I had grown to manhood together in this forest. The Delaware had taught me his ways and his peace. But now the peace had been broken. The English had reached, and with them bloodshed. The French had tried against the Delaware, and because of them, Chingachgook, my blood brother, had lost his only son. My son, it has been many moons since you have been taken from me. Yet, your memory is as fresh as the morning dew. Our peaceful forest has become the ground of battle. The Hurons wanted to trade the girl for the surrender of her father's garrison. Like that of the sun when in the trees, brighter than the light at noonday. Who that saw you in battle could believe you could die? Your feet were like the wings of eagles. Your arms like the falling branches from the pine. Your voice like thunder when it speaks to the clouds. Your time was filled with honor. The bravest of warriors clear a path into the spirit world. My tongue is weak. My heart is heavy. My race is gone. Good to see my brother Chingachgook once again. I have waited a very long time. I was never far from you, Hawkeye. How could you be? We were brothers. As my brother put aside his mantle of grief, it is still wrapped around my heart. As mine. Your son Uncas was No less a son to me. I walked this forest. I shall always remember it.
I come from Commandant Chingachgook. Your uncle goes to attack. The Hurons have taken Watawa.
My season of mourning is over. It was the Hurons that killed Uncas. They will not let me alone. Come out! The Delaware, they come! Grey Eagle and I shall go on. Send the Delaware back to their ancestors.
I must go on. I cannot let the Hurons take my daughter.
No, Chief Gentleman. There are too many Huron on the trail. Your people are too few. They would all be killed. Go back to Watawa. Let Chingachgook and I go. We can move through these woods unseen. Rescue Watawa. Without further bloodshed. Then if we fail, then it is the turn of the Delaware.
My uncle, in a few days, the new moon will cross the sky. If we are not back by then,
they'll come to find you out.
But if you're not back then, we Delawares will do what we must.
My brother, the Hurons are far from their lodges. The French brought them. Yes, toward them. And to our forest. The French had learned well with us before. They lived among the Hurons, respecting their ways and customs. De Beaujeu had joined the Hurons, hoping to use them against the English. When you set out for Tamanon's villa, you wanted only the Delaware's horses. Now you have his daughter. The spirits have brought me luck. Oh, really? When you left me, my 4 more men with you.
The Delaware had their own luck. Hawkeye and Chingachgook attacked our rear guard.
Rivino, I'm glad you're back. Now we can move against the English force.
Years have not clouded my brother's eyes. Not for trying. Horses are shot. English. Army horses. You think the French and the English keep the wars over in Europe for the law? Not here in our forest. My brother. This forest is what they fight over.
You said all man, we can't stand about here all day. Fort Niagara is just a short way through those woods. I've seen it on the map. And those chaps have great need of these supplies. And we're doing no one any good at all on this side of that river. Now get across there. I do say, you're not being at all rational. This bridge will certainly hold all of us. Now watch this. You see? No need to be afraid. Safe as houses. Exactly as I told you.
Look it.
Come along. I told you, come along. This bridge is solid. And I'm not going to stand here any longer wasting time. No. I'll go downstream.
You all right? Still holding half the river in your lungs.
My horses, my equipment, those Indians have taken them. I must go after them.
Go after him for a minute. Your legs set. Steady up.
Oh, I say, I should be thanking you. I didn't mean to be rude. You were absolutely magnificent.
Come here.
Can't imagine how I blundered so those Indians did try to warn me.
Yeah.
I can't.
He is well.
What?
I'm gonna give you $150.
For what?
Get out to my
I
store.
thought it was David Clark.
I'm gonna jack
There are several other names in there somewhere, but
I know where your
they
sword's
don't
at.
really matter much. I'm on my way to Fort
All
Niagara.
the swords.
Well.
I have them hid.
You're not too far from there, Lieutenant.
Where?
Why
Why are you hiding my stuff?
This is my brother, Chingachgook.
Go look
Chieftain of the
in the
Mohicans.
garage. Next to
And
the brand
who
new
might you be, sir?
My
freezer
brother has many names.
behind it.
To the Delaware, he is the deer slayer. To the Huron who fear him, he is Ladon Carabine. To you, Lieutenant, I'm just Hawkeye.
I wondered if you could show me the trail to Fort Niagara. I'm to relieve the garrison there.
Well, that's a pretty big order for one young lieutenant.
Yes. I'm to march them south. Since the massacre at Fort William Henry, we have to evacuate this entire area. The French and the Indians, it seems, are too troublesome for the command at Albany. We're concentrating our forces at Crown Point.
I could not sleep with him crashing around these woods.
Lieutenant,
Sir?
we're headed north. You can travel with us.
Of course. Safety in numbers. Lucky for all of us that we met. Eh, what? Oh, yes.
brother. That's the way it is with me. Providence is always smiling. Here, Lieutenant, let me give you a hand.
Thank you, sir. Quite all right. Quite all right, sir. Thank you.
Well, you'll find soldiering is quite a bit different here than it is in Europe.
I'm beginning to see that.
You might also find it more comfortable off that log, covered with fire ants.
Easy, old thing. You might have told me.
Calculate I did.
Pardon, sir. May I? I wish those thieving Indians had left me at least one horse.
Ah, Lieutenant, I wouldn't call those men who are with you thieves.
And so where is my horse and where is my equipment?
Those Indians ran off because they lost confidence in you. As far as they were concerned, you were a dead man already. Of course, I took you.
Sir, I know that I was stupid, strange. I am learning. By the way, I am going to be very hungry tonight.
Now, you say you're in the land of plenty. There's pursley. 100 different bulbs and mosses come up quite delicious.
Sir, you have a way of making this wilderness seem less frightening.
Well, there's no reason it should be. Got good trees and plants. It's the people that make it a fearsome place. I'm gonna have to get you a proper pair of moccasins. I reckon those boots are good for parade, but here they'll cripple you.
Maybe, sir, I had not the slightest intention of making this journey on foot.
The woods, Lieutenant, always allow for the worst. Many Hurons. Many more than before.
How far did you say was Fort Niagara?
Maybe too close.
My brother spent much time with a young soldier.
You're teaching some of the things you know. The more he learns, the better for all of us.
I had a son. I do not look for another.
Welcome to Fort Niagara, Lieutenant. As you said, this is a different kind of warfare. That's a fine pair of moccasins. Peace race, you won't have to wear your boots anymore.
Sir, you have no respect. Leaving Huron. Oh, you had it! Let the freaking reptile! You stand fast! You're British. You're not no Huron.
Not likely. He's Chingachgook, the great chief of the Mohicans. His Lieutenant Plowden. I'm Hawkeye.
You're Slayer. I heard of you. I know you. My name is March. Harry March.
Hawkeye. It was the Hurons. And they have got my top. Their tracks lead east.
Well, if they're going to Lake Otsego, I better get there before them.
It'd be safer if you stayed south of there.
Maybe so, but the Hunter family lives on the lake. Civilians, here on the frontier. So we can't leave them here to be slaughtered.
We won't leave them, Lieutenant. I think we'd best bury these soldiers before we go onto the lake.
Seems like a waste to me.
Waste of time. Civilized things do, Mr. March. Even the Hurons bury their dead.
I'll dig them up. Well, Sir William Johnson's paying 10 shillings apiece for the outskirts.
Hurons. Delaware.
I'll try to remember.
Mighty helpful information, brother.
That sign tell you about a white man with the Hurons? Blonde-haired guy, medium build, with his fancy hat with a plume on it?
I know the man you saw, Monsieur de Beaujeu. Worth 2 companies of British infantry.
Are you giving that man magical powers, sir?
No, he just has the good sense to know how to treat the Indians. The French have a different feeling about this country, Lieutenant. They just want to hunt and trap. You people want to own this land for yourselves.
There are only a few thousand Frenchmen in this territory. There are over 1 million people in His Majesty's colony.
But the French win all the battles because the Indians are willing to fight on their side.
That Frenchman, de Beaujeu, he has 30 Indians with him. You had 3, that's all. And they ran away.
Oh, now, see here,
Now, you see here, Right Honorable Lieutenant. The French officers go out amongst the tribes. They live with the Indians, learn their language, their ways, eat their food, play their games, fight with them side by side. You saw Fort Niagara. Well, that's what happens when we sit in our forts and try to keep as far away from the Indians as possible.
Yes, sir, I saw Fort Niagara, or the remains of Fort Niagara. And I heard about the carnage and destruction at Fort William Henry.
Good. I hope you'll remember it. Maybe you'll learn something from it. If we end the war, we'll end the killing.
Hawkeye! Hurons go this way. Lake Otsego is that way.
You can all go wherever you like, but I'm going back to the Hutter house. I'm not going to let that pretty little Judith Hutter get killed off by some redskin.
All right.
We'll all go to Lake Otsego. My orders to evacuate this area have not been changed.
Hawkeye. Is this a concern of ours?
There's only a few days more before the new moon, and we must find Watala.
Yes, brother. These woods are our concern. We've pledged to help all the people who live here, settlers and Indians alike.
My brother is right. If the Hurons do decide to attack the settlers at the lake, we will be there.
And so will Watala.